You will be drawing from 3 different plant photos. Once you have chosen your first, think about how this plant is positioned within your photo. This plant is entering from the bottom left corner and is taking up a lot of space, mainly on the left side. When deciding where to draw this for my painting, it would not make sense to position this on the right. I should really position it on the left hand side or perhaps centrally. You can see I have decided to draw on the left hand side from the bottom left corner, just as it is positioned in the photograph. I have asked you to tape your pen to the end of the stick to help you to experiment with achieving a looser and more uncontrolled line. When you make a mark with a stick, you get a natural, expressive line that creates great line quality. It will feel awkward at first because you do not have full control over the mark, but that's not a bad thing, just embrace it. Look at your plant photo and carefully choose where to position it on your paper. Use a stick pen to draw the plant's outline and any important internal details. Try to keep as faithful as you can to the shapes in your photo. Really look at your photograph. You should be looking at it at least 50% of the time. Try not to go too fast and keep your eye and hand working at the same speed. You could use a continuous line drawing method to help you if you want, but you also don't have to. This should take around 10 to 20 minutes depending on the complexity of your photograph. Now take a brush with some white acrylic paint, mix with water to make it fairly transparent, and mute your drawing by painting over it until you can see it still, but it has enough of a clean surface for you to draw again over it next lesson once it has dried. Choose a second plant photo and think carefully about where to draw this on your painting. We want to fill the composition and let your plant forms overlap each other to help with the abstraction process. We want bold and zoomed in painting, so allow yourself to really play with scale. Blow things up and fill the space. I have chosen these leaves for my second plant and I think that they would suit being drawn more in the middle of my paper. I have also decided that I do not want to draw the entire photo and that I will just draw 2 of the leaves. Feel free to make creative decisions like this for yourself. If you do not want to draw the whole photo, you do not have to. If you're not feeling happy with your composition so far, you could always be brave and rotate the orientation of your paper for each drawing to really abstract your composition. You could decide on whether you want your painting to be portrait or landscape right at the end instead of at the beginning. Do the whole process again of drawing and then muting with white acrylic paint for this second photo. Repeat for a third plant drawing, really thinking carefully about your composition for this last one. What space is not looking quite right or full enough on your paper? Try rotating your paper maybe. This time remove your pen from a stick and draw this third one with more control. You will also be leaving this line bold and not muting it with the acrylic paint. Remember to keep your eye on your photograph. Try not to look at your drawing critically and try not to judge your image too quickly. This is an abstraction process and it will all come together at the end after various layers of refinement.